Tomorrow is my day one of my Glamour Magic group session. And that is the space. My offline spaces are what I use to really go deep into my messages, right? Social media, I reserve a lot because I know I'm good at what I do. I'm a great orator, however people want to say it. I'm very good at what I do. And the way I deliver things, it makes sense, right? So this is why women will say things like what I say is common sense, which it is not. It's not common sense. But I'm so good at my delivery that it makes people feel like they know what I'm talking about, or it just makes sense to them, or it's obvious, right? And just because something makes sense, that doesn't make it common sense. And so I'm very careful about the things that I share online, because I believe if you really want to ascend, you will invest in yourself. If you don't, you will just sit and watch me on social media. But I do want to I want women to realize something about their life force, right? The feminine energy, the potency of it, and why it's important to preserve it, to protect it. The higher a woman ascends, the more she must protect herself. This is why it's important to be self-sufficient, right? A man cannot protect you in the ways that you must protect your life force. They don't do that. That's not the role of men. That's not the role of the masculine, right? So when women say they need men to put them in their femininity, or whatever that nonsense is they say, as if it's a man's responsibility to free her up. It's not. Because whatever men do is conditional. It comes with something. The more self-sufficient you are, the better you can protect yourself, right? Like my father used to tell me from I was a kid, Sheba, you must pick, choose, and refuse. So the higher I ascend, the more reserved I get. The more reserved a woman has to get. She cannot allow access to her. The higher a man descends, the more open he has to be. Men are here to learn how to love others. Women are here to learn how to love themselves. What people want access to is us, is what we possess when we ascend. Just they want it anyway, but as we ascend, the more potent it gets, the more people want access to it. The more a man descends, the more people want access to what he's acquired. Women want the men because of what they have. Men and women want women because of what we possess, our life force. And this is why women need women for guidance. Women need women to teach them how to survive and thrive in the world as a woman. Men's teaching is limited because it's only their male perspective and what keeps them alive and thriving. What we have to protect is different from what a man has to protect. Do people want access to men? Sure. But it's more so of what they have. We don't have to have anything, and people will want access to us. A man doesn't have anything, nobody wants access to him. Right? And so you have to learn how to protect what people want access to. Right? This is why women who are married and are not happy, because there are happily married women, but women who are not happy, they deteriorate. But no matter what state a man is in, if he's connected to a woman, he's content, he's thriving. This is why they say women are happier and thrive better when they're single. And that's not necessarily true. I get what people are saying, but if she's not happy, if she's not preserving herself, then there's no way for her to have happiness. Right? So people are attaching women's happiness and unhappiness to men, which is not necessarily so. Right? It is your job to protect your life force. And the higher you ascend, the more power you have, the more currency you have, and the more people want access to you. This is why women, the higher they ascend, the less access you give to people. You cannot be sleeping around. You cannot have a bunch of women, friends, all these things, right? Not that you're isolated, you're protected. It's two different things. And so I'm very restricted, boundaries, protected, reserved, because people don't deserve access to me. So it's very easy for me to be in companionship with a man, to deal with a man, and not give other men access. Because what men want is to feed off of me. They want to be parasites and leashes to my life force. They don't want anything I have physically. They want what I have internally. That's not the same for an ascended man. Again, he's human and people will want him per se. But if you remove everything that the ascended man has, everything he's acquired, he will not be desired. This is why men spend their lives acquiring things. We don't have to do that, because what we have is not tangible, but it gives life. And so you have to protect that. So I'm very protective about what I allow in my space, who I allow in my space. The higher I ascend, the less people I allow in my space. Right? Because I know the powerfulness, the potency of my life force. I know what I can do for a man and a woman, right? As far as giving them life. I know what I'm working with. And so I protect that. And that's what women need to do. So many of you will aspire to, serve men. That's what many women have to do. You were knitted in your mother's womb to serve and worship men, right? There are those. But the very few that are not here for that, you better learn how to protect what it is that people want from you. We can acquire things. I love nice things, right? But that's not really what people want from me. What they want is what I possess. It's my life force, right? And the life force that they want is for me. It's not for other people. People can benefit from it, but it's not for them. Women don't realize that. That's why many of you deteriorate as you get older. Sure, looks and stuff is genetics, right? My genetics is what they are and such, but I preserve myself. I don't allow people to drain me. So of course I'm going to age gracefully, right? So, skincare and all these things that women want to know about, the physical things, sure. But the real secret is self-preservation. Men understand that. Men are very selfish. They live by the first law of nature, which is self-preservation, right? But they do it for a different reason. With us, it's literally a matter of life or death. Men cannot live without women. Men need women, they don't need you. They need what we possess, they just don't need it from you. It may be more potent from somebody like me, but they don't need it to live. They can get by with just a regular average chick, right? Your life force is what's valuable as a woman, right? If you don't protect that, you have nothing. Your life is over. That's it, right? And people will rob you. People will take what they can get. People will hang on to you. This is why I have to remove myself from people eventually. Women especially. Men, because men tend to read the room. It's a little different. They're not as aggressive, but women, they'll hang on for dear life because I possess something that they want. they know, women know spiritually what's going on. They may not understand it cognitively, but spiritually they know, and they hang on to it. I'm life. I'm mother. Right? So that is what I teach. So anyway, tomorrow, maybe I'll keep it open for a couple of hours for anyone that wants to. We already have quite a few women in my group session tomorrow, my Glamour Magic group session, but I'll keep it open for a couple of hours. Anyway, happy Venus Day.